friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do in my videos. I'm not going to be talking about types of treatments and products I've tried out and things like that. Today I'm going to be responding to something that I feel is very important because so many of you have reached out to me and have told me about the things that you've been going through, and I think that there is one point that I've heard over and over again that I just really would like to help with, and that's the fact that the people in your lives, your friends and family, just don't understand what you're going through. And so I'm not going to make a video about what rosacea is because we have it, we know what it is, and there are some great places where you can learn about that, and I'll put that in the description below. But I think what there isn't enough of is what rosacea actually feels like, because it's not fun at all, and that's really an understatement. So for this video, I haven't done my normal lighting, I haven't made any effort to make myself look any better. I'm trying to show exactly what rosacea feels like. I'm one of the lucky ones. I actually have my condition mostly under control. It takes a lot of work sticking to a very, very tight schedule of skincare and treatments and things like that, and I still get flare-ups, but mostly it's under control. And yet still, when I wash my face, it still comes out like this for about an hour every single day. And this is what it looks like. You can see the redness. There are even little pimples that come up, and they go away within the hour, but this is what it looks like when it's under control for me. And I've even been told that this is about as good as it's gonna get in my lifetime. I think it's very important to point out that I don't have a sunburn, I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't have acne. Those are all very serious conditions, but they're not what I have, and they are not treated in the same way. And still, if I walk into a drugstore and I'm looking at makeup, I have people who say, oh, somebody's been spending too much time in the sun, or I can recommend a different acne treatment for you to help you with those pimples. And that's very, very hard to deal with over and over again. If it happens once or twice, it's one thing, but basically every time I go into a skincare section, that's what I hear, and it's very hard on me. And I'm not alone in feeling that way. Research published by the National Rosacea Society has shown that 90% of people who have rosacea also have struggles with their own self-confidence and self-image as a result of it. It's not just a little bit of redness, and it's not just a little bit of discomfort. When I have a flare-up, my skin isn't just a little bit pink, it turns beet red. It's very dark. It also becomes very inflamed and swollen. It actually puffs out a little bit, so my face actually gets rounder as a result of it. As I showed you a few moments ago, my skin also breaks out in tiny little bumps. They're called papules. They look like whiteheads. They're not pimples at all. In fact, they can come and go for me within the span of an hour. My skin actually gets very hot, and to the touch it feels very warm, but on the inside it feels burning hot. It feels as though I'm sitting too close to an actual fire. It also starts to sting. It feels as though somebody has been misting my face with acid, and it can be very painful, or it can be very itchy, or it can be both. When my face becomes too inflamed, because it's also very sensitive skin, I can also break out in hives, which are like wheals that are very similar to an allergic reaction, and they're very uncomfortable too. And that reaction, that kind of flare-up, can last anywhere from a few hours to days or weeks. And as I've already said, that's with my skin condition under control. I'm actually one of the lucky ones. Out of 4 subtypes of rosacea, I only have 2. There are 2 others, which are ones that can affect the eyes, ocular rosacea, and there's another one that actually causes the skin to thicken on the nose to the point that it actually grows out and becomes deformed. There are a lot of studies that are underway to try to find the cause and a cure for rosacea, but neither of those things are actually known right now. A lot of companies out there pretend that they have a cure. They try to market to say, once you use this, you'll never have a flare-up again. None of those things are true. I really recommend that you speak to a dermatologist before you try any product, no matter how big the promises happen to be or what kind of research they state, because there is nothing known that will cure rosacea. It just doesn't exist. So we just have to keep going through this and trying very hard to keep up the right skincare for the time of year and for the reactions of our skin. We have to keep learning about what we should be eating. We need to stay out of the sun, and we need the support of those around us. It's very difficult at times. We feel very, very ugly, and it just gets worse and worse over time. So all you need to do to support somebody who has rosacea is to get that they are feeling a lot of discomfort at the moment, that they can't necessarily spend as much time in direct sunlight as everybody else, and that they might have to turn down that glass of red wine even if they really want it. It's not that we're trying to be sticks in the mud. It's that if it makes it worse, we'll be even more uncomfortable, and we don't know how long the flare-up will last. So I'm not using this video to complain about what rosacea is. I've had it for over 15 years now, and as I said, like, I'm one of the lucky ones, so I really don't have the right to complain. But what I am trying to do is express what it feels like on the inside having this condition, because there are times when you can forget about it, but there are times when it can be very painful and very difficult. So a little bit of understanding goes a long way. And I hope that this video will help to spread that, and a little bit of kindness and a little bit of patience before you make assumptions about people and the skincare they've been trying and what they've been doing to try and help themselves. They're not necessarily overreacting, and it doesn't mean that they've been making the wrong choices. So if you did find this video informative, or if you did find it interesting, or if you think it would be helpful, I hope that you'll share it with somebody else you know, because the odds are they know somebody else with rosacea, and they might be saying things or doing things with the best intentions, but that are only making things worse for that person. I also hope you'll take a moment to share your own stories and your own experiences in the comments below, because it can go a long way to find out that you're not the only person who's been going through this. I've joined forums, and that's exactly why I've started making these videos, and I keep my blog, I keep up with everybody on social media, and that's why I do this, is because it actually helps me as much as everybody says that it's been helping them too. It's really important to know that you're not alone. So, as I said, if you want to learn more about the condition, about the latest research, and about the things that are being recommended to help to care for it and treat it and things like that, there are some great resources in the description below. None of them are trying to sell anything. They're all dermatological associations and things, reputable organizations like that. So I hope this helps, and I'll be returning to my regular videos on Sunday. And I guess that's everything for now, and I'll see you next time.